Okay, getting ready to do a spirit read. Haven't done that for a little while. So let's see what we have. Okay. I'm looking at these for a second. Okay, so what we have here, first thing we have out is staff. It's about your foundations, your foundation of actions. And you use a staff, when you're hiking, you use it for stability. You use it to aid you in your walking. And we've got here bear warrior. So it's about warring with your emotion, the emotional side of things, okay? So you need to have a good foundation for your actions when it comes to your emotional life. We have also with this the image shatterer, the coyote, okay? Now the coyote can be one that's kind of the trickster, okay? They're smart, but not in a great way. They can be clever, okay? But again, it shatters you when you're dealing with that coyote energy. And the last one we have starting out here is about the upper world, future, okay? It's about your future. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune, about the astrology, about the things you come in with as you are navigating, again, your emotional life and things in the world, the emotions of stuff. So let's see what comes forward with this. Come into the world as a tender seed with your future before you, as a young person, one that is open with your emotionality. And as you go through the world, you hit those times which are really crushing to you as a person. You feel like you've been betrayed. You feel like you've gone there and mistrust, and you have lost yourself within that. And so to move forward, you need to have that staff. You need to have that grounding. Make sure you have that grounding so you can war with the spirit. You can war with that emotional side. Don't let that coyote, that be the undoing of yourself and to crush you. Don't let it crush you. Let it be there and look at those things deeper. You can look at those things deeper and have that staff, have that grounding of before you move forward in that emotional life path that you have. Remember, we all have our future and things that are going to come to try us, that are going to come for you to learn. You don't learn when everything is easy breezy. You learn when you have the difficult times. So be open as a child. Be open as a child to go forward and know that really the universe has the best for you in mind, but you have free will to make the choices that you're going to make on the situations that come up and come upon you. So remember, keep something that is your staff, that's your grounding, your spiritual nature, your spiritual life, to keep you grounded to go forward so you can be a warrior. And a warrior in a good way doesn't mean that you are fighting against others. You are warring within your own emotional self, looking at your own path and your own choices that you have made in your life. Now again, not everything is going to be easy. That's not what it's about here. It's about challenging yourself. So when these challenges come, like these things that can be earth-shattering, feel earth-shattering, those are the biggest doors for you to be able to move through. If you can open that door, challenge it, and move through, it can be the greatest liberator in the end. But you must be willing to walk through and challenge that rather than letting it crush you. Don't forget that tower can also be the dismantling of that ego framework. It can be that which liberates one. So this is like two sides of the same coin, the yin-yang. Don't forget the yin-yang has the dark. In the dark there's a seed of light, and the light is a seed of shadow. So even in the best experiences, you can go through that shadow and can, again, rather than seeing the bright and the light there, you can gravitate to that shadow and pull yourself into that darkness again. Or even in the darkest times, the most difficult times, you can find that seed of light. So which one is it you're going to go towards? Are you going to have the light, the experiences of the light, and look for the seed of shadow? Or are you going to, even in the darkest times, the most difficult times, find that seed of light, which you can take and plant and grow something beautiful out of it, that's going to nourish you, that's going to enhance you, that's going to move you forward in your elevation, in your understanding, in your spiritual life, to move into higher awareness. You can either allow these things to crush you, or they can be dismantling of those hard things. It's like the nut that has to be cracked. Again, look at these things and pick out the best things from them that you can. We will all face that wily coyote in some aspect, in somewhere along your journey. So make the best of it. Make the best of it. The universe has for you, wants the best for you. The divine is, that Godhead, the Great Spirit, always has the best for you. But it is your choice which determines which path you are going to walk. Now, no path is going to be easy. You can pick the hard way or the harder way. It's up to you. But remember, you always have those that are going to give you that staff. It's like thy rod and their staff that comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You can have that staff. It doesn't matter what your religious persuasion is. You have something within them to hold to as a staff, to move you forward, to give you that grounding, to give you a way to go forward in your actions in a higher elevation, to help you to move forward, rather than to stay into that feeling of being a repressed, suppressed child. Time to grow up, time to grow up. Put away the things of the child and move forward. But be open as a child to new learning, to new understanding, to new experiences, rather than closing yourself off. Because that things that become rigid, what? They break. It's the willow that's light that can bend. Okay? The willow bends, the hard things will break. So don't become hardened. Be willing to open yourself and be willing to bend and flow and go with the seasons as they come, Go with whatever is coming in your path to move you forward. Okay. And I'm going to leave that here. Much love and light, and we'll see you online.